ओ शंकर मेरे खबर होंगे दर्शन तेरे। ओ शंकर मेरे खबर होंगे दर्शन तेरे। जीवन पथ पर शाम सवेरे, जीवन पथ पर शाम सवेरे छाई है घनघोर अंधेरे। ओ शंकर मेरे कब होंगे दर्शन तेरे। शंकर मेरे खबर होंगे दर्शन तेरे। तेरे द्वार पे चौथ जगह जगाते युग बीते तेरे गुण गाते। युग बीते तेरे गुण गाते। ना मांगू मैं हीरी मोती, मांगू बस थोड़ी सी ज्योति। शंकर मेरे खबर होंगे दर्शन तेरे। शंकर मेरे खबर होंगे दर्शन तेरे। जीवन पथ पर शाम सवेरे, जीवन पथ पर शाम सवेरे छाई है घनघोर अंधेरे। ओ शंकर मेरे खबर होंगे दर्शन तेरे। ओ शंकर मेरे खबर होंगे दर्शन तेरे। 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 शिव में सरना है, मन शिव में सरना है, मन शिव में सरना है, मन शिव में सरना है। ये भूल गए हम कहाँ हैं, ये भूल गए हम कहाँ हैं, सारा जगत शिव में दिखता, सारा जगत शिव में दिखता, अंबर शिव धरती उमा है, मन शिव में सरमा है, मन शिव में सरमा है। जब ध्यान में आती है शिव जी, मुझे अद्भुत शांति मिलती है। जब ध्यान में आती है शिव जी, मुझे अद्भुत शांति मिलती है। मैं दिखला नहीं सकता जग को, जो मन में ज्योति जलती है। जब भूल को वे हो जाते हैं, जब भूल को वे हो जाते हैं, शिव करती मुझको क्षमा है, शिव करती मुझको क्षमा है। सारा जगत शिव में दिखता, सारा जगत शिव में दिखता, अंबर शिव धरती उमा है, मन मन शिव में सरमा है। शिव भक्ति का आनंद मधुर कोई वर्णन कर ना पाते हैं। शिव भक्ति का आनंद मधुर कोई वर्णन कर ना पाते हैं। ये वो ही जाने भक्त यहाँ जो शंभु में हो जाते हैं, जैसे मूर्त मन में दिखती है, जैसे मूर्त मन में दिखती है। उसकी ना कोई उपमा है, उसकी ना कोई उपमा है। सारा जगत शिव में दिखता, सारा जगत शिव में दिखता, अंबर शिव धरती उमा है, मन शिव में सरमा 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 है। सांझ सवेरे अदड़ोप मेरे बस तुमरा है नाम सावरिया बस तुमरा है नाम सांझ सवेरे अदड़ोप मेरे बस तुमरा है नाम सावरिया बस तुमरा है नाम मैं तुम्हारी दासी तुम मेरे स्वामी मैं राधा तुम श्याम सावरिया मैं राधा तुम श्याम जागी भी थो सोई रही मैं ध्यान रे तुम्हारे खोई रही मैं हाँ मैं क्या जानूं हाँ मैं क्या जानूं सब दिन बीता पानी सा निरा भा तप मगा बीत गई कब शाम सावरिया बीत गई कब शाम गोकुल मथुरा तीरथ साड़ी कितनी सुंदर कितनी न्यारी पर मैं ना मानूं पर मैं अमानूं पति चरणन सा जग में कोई दाम सावरिया जग में कोई दाम सांझ सवेरे अतड़ोप मेरे बस तुमरा है नाम सावरिया बस तुमरा है नाम मैं तुम्हारी दासी तुम मेरे स्वामी मैं राधा तुम श्याम सावरिया मैं राधा तुम श्याम सावरिया मैं राधा तुम श्याम सावरिया मैं राधा तुम श्याम
Sitaram, everyone. May you please clasp your hands and join me as we sing the praises of Lord Hanuman in his Chalisa. Shri Guru Charan Saroj Nij Man Mukur Sudar Barno Raghubale Bimal Jaso Jodayak Palechar बुद्धहीन तनु जानिके जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर, जय कपीस तीनों लोक उजागर। रामदूत अतुलित बल धामा, अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा। महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी, कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी। कंचन बरन बिराज सुवेशा, कानन कुंडल कुंचित केशा। हाथ बजौर ध्वजा बिराजे, कांधे मूंज जनेऊ साजे। शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन, तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन। विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर, राम काज करिबे को आतुर। प्रभु चरित सुनिबे को रसिया, राम लखन सीता मन बसिया। सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियाहि दिखावा, विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा। भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे, रामचंद्र के काज सवारे। लाय संजीवन लखन जियारे, श्री रघुवीर हर्ष उर लाए। रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बहारे, तुम मम प्रिया भरत सम भाई। सहस बरन तुमरो जस गावे, हस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावे। सनिकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा, नारद शारद सहित अहिसा। यम कुबीर दिगपाल चहाते, कवि कोविद कहि सके कहते। तुम उपकार सुग्रीवहि कीना, राम मिलाए राजपद दीना। तुमरो मंत्र विभीषण माना, लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना। युग सहस्त्र योजन पर भानु, लीलो ताहि मधुर फल जानु। प्रभु मुद्रिका मिली मुख माही, जल गिलागे गए अचरज नाहि। दुर्गम काज जगत के जीते, सुगम अनुग्रह तुम्हारे तेते। राम दुरारे तुम रखवारे, होत न आज्ञा बिनु पैसारे। सब सुख लहे तुम्हारी शरणा, तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना। आपन तेज समारो आपे, तीनों लोक हांकके कांपे। भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे, महावीर जब नाम सुनावे। नासे रोग हरे सब पीरा, जपत निरंतर हनुमत वीरा। संकट से हनुमान छुड़ावे, मम कम वचन ध्यान जो लावे। सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा, तिनके काज सकल तुम साजा। और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे, सोई अमित जीवन फल पावे। चारों युग परिताप तुम्हारा, अष्ट सिद्धि नवनिधि के दाता असबर दीन जानकी माता राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा सदर हो रघुपति के दासा तुम्हारे भजन राम को पावे जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे अंत काल रघुवरपुर जाहि जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाए और देवता चितना दैरई हनुमत से सर्व सुख करई संकट कति मिटे सब पीरा जो सुमिरे हनुमत बल धीरा जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई कृपा करो गुरुदेव की न्यारी जो सत बार पात कर कोई चुत ही बंदी वास होई जो यह पर हनुमान चालीसा होय सिद्धि साखी गौरी सा तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा कीजिए नाथ हृदय महादेरा कीजिए नाथ हृदय महादेरा पवन तने संकट हरन मंगल मूर्ति रूप राम लखन सीता सहित हृदय बसु सुरभूप पवन सुत हनुमान की जय।
Sitaram or Pranam devotees of the Divine Atma, and welcome to the second session of Bhagwat Katha here at Maha Lakshmi Narayan Mandir. On behalf of Srimati Leela Sharma, her three wonderful children, Auntie Uma, Pandit Rishi, and Pandit Jigeshwar Sharma, I would like to welcome you, and I hope you find your stay with us this evening uplifting, pleasant, and divine. As always, it's wonderful to see such numerous faces out, and as always, we encourage those of you joining us on Facebook and YouTube to come out and join us in person. Tonight is the second session, but we still have 5 more sessions left, so I do encourage you all to come out. And just before we hear from our Vyas, the most respected and esteemed Pandit Rajan Balgovin, we have our Kirtan Mandali and our wonderful and talented musicians and Gandharvas keeping our mind attuned to the feet of Bhagwan. Thank you so much, Padmini, for that beautiful rendition of Hanuman Chalisa, most appropriate, as today is Mangalvad, today is Tuesday, and now we have the pleasure of hearing from Divya.
हे दुख भंजन मारुति नंदन हे दुख भंजन मारुति नंदन सुन लो मेरी पुकार पवन सुत विनती बारंबार पवन सुत विनती बारंबार हे दुख भंजन मारुति नंदन सुन लो मेरी पुकार पवन सुत विनती बारंबार पवन सुत विनती बारंबार सदी नव निधि के दाता दुखियों के तुम भाग्य विदाता अष्ट सिद्धि नव निधि के दाता दुखियों के तुम भाग्य विदाता सिया राम के काज सवारे सिया राम के काज सवारे मेरा कर उदार पवन सुत विनती बारंबार पवन सुत विनती बारंबार अपरंपार है शक्ति तुम्हारी तुम बदरी जहे अवध बिहारी अपरंपार है शक्ति तुम्हारी तुम बदरी जहे अवध बिहारी भक्त भाव से दायो तो है भक्त भाव से दायो तो है कर दुख को से पार पवन सुत विनती बारंबार पवन सुत विनती बारंबार जपो निरंतर नाम तिहारा अब नहीं छोड़ो तेरे द्वारा जपो निरंतर नाम तिहारा अब नहीं छोड़ो तेरे द्वारा राम भक्ति मोहि शरण मिलिए राम भक्ति मोहि शरण मिलिए भव सागर से दार पवन सुत विनती बारंबार पवन सुत विनती बारंबार हे दुख भंजन मारुति नंदन हे दुख भंजन मारुति नंदन सुन लो मेरी पुकार पवन सुत विनती बारंबार पवन सुत विनती बारंबार पवन सुत विनती बारंबार
Thank you very much, Yashoda, for that beautiful rendition accompanied on tabla by Ray. I now have the privilege of calling up Hanisha to the harmonium to give her rendition for this evening. And I ask that any of you who are interested in giving a rendition to please come close to the kirtan and we'll do our best to accommodate you.
Jai Krishna Hare Shri Krishna Hare जो कियो को जो कर जोर करे जय 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 कृष्ण हरे जय कृष्ण हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे चारों तरफ अंधियारा हो, आशा का दूर किनारा हो। जब चारों तरफ अंधियारा हो, आशा का दूर किनारा हो। हर कोई न केवल हायरा हो, हर कोई न केवल हायरा हो। तेरा जो ही बेड़ा पार करो, जय 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 कृष्ण हरे, जय कृष्ण हरे, श्री कृष्ण हरे। दुखियों को दुख दूर करे, जय 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 कृष्ण हरे। जो चाहे तो सब कुछ कर दे, विश्व को भी अमृत कर दे। जो चाहे तो सब कुछ कर दे, विश्व को भी अमृत कर दे। पूर्ण कर दे उनकी आशा, पूर्ण कर दे उनकी आशा। जो भी तेरा जाए करे, जय 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 कृष्ण हरे, जय कृष्ण हरे, श्री कृष्ण हरे। दुखियों को दुख दूर करे, जय 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 कृष्ण हरे, जय कृष्ण हरे, श्री कृष्ण हरे। दुखियों को दुख दूर करे, जय 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 कृष्ण हरे, जय 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 कृष्ण हरे, जय 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 कृष्ण हरे।
Thank you very much, Shanisha. Beautiful Krishna bhajan. We'll now hear from a very talented singer, Kevin, who's no stranger to many of you. If you don't know him, he's 1/3 of Akashvani Rhythms, and we have the pleasure of hearing from him next.
जादू भरी ये बांसुरी बजाया ना करो, जादू भरी ये बांसुरी बजाया ना करो। मोहन हमारे मधुबन में तुम आया ना करो, मोहन हमारे मधुबन में तुम आया ना करो। जादू भरी बांसुरी बजाया ना करो, जादू भरी बांसुरी बजाया ना करो। मोहन हमारे मधुबन में तुम आया ना करो, मोहन हमारे मधुबन में तुम आया ना करो। सूरत तुम्हारी देख के सलोने सावरे, सुन बांसुरी की राग को हम हो गए बावरे, सूरत तुम्हारी देख के सलोने सावरे। सुन बांसुरी की राग को हम हो गए बावरे, माखन छुड़ाने वाले दिल छुड़ाया ना करो, माखन छुड़ाने वाले दिल छुड़ाया ना करो। मोहन हमारे मधुबन में तुम आया ना करो, मोहन हमारे मधुबन में तुम आया ना करो। जादू भरी ये बांसुरी बजाया ना करो, जादू भरी ये बांसुरी बजाया ना करो। मोहन हमारे मधुबन में तुम आया ना करो, मोहन हमारे मधुबन में तुम आया ना करो। माथे मुकुट गलमाल कत्ती में कचनी सोहे, कानों में कुंडल झूम के मन मेरे को मोहे। माथे मुकुट गलमाल कत्ती में कचनी सोहे, कानों में कुंडल झूम के मन मेरे को मोहे। इस चंद्रमा के रूप को लुभाया ना करो, इस चंद्रमा के रूप को लुभाया ना करो। मोहन हमारे मधुबन में तुम आया ना करो, मोहन हमारे मधुबन में तुम आया ना करो। जादू भरी ये बांसुरी बजाया ना करो, जादू भरी ये बांसुरी बजाया ना करो। मोहन हमारे मधुबन में तुम आया ना करो, मोहन हमारे मधुबन में तुम आया ना करो। मोहन हमारे मधुबन में तुम आया ना करो।
जो तुम्हें ताना चाहे जीवन के कृष्णा, जो तुम्हें ताना चाहे जीवन के कृष्णा। सुबह शाम बोल बंदे कृष्ण कृष्ण कृष्ण, सुबह शाम बोल बंदे कृष्ण कृष्ण कृष्ण। जो तुम्हें ताना चाहे जीवन की कृष्ण, जो तुम्हें ताना चाहे जीवन की कृष्ण। सुबह शाम बोल बंदे कृष्ण कृष्ण कृष्ण, सुबह शाम बोल बंदे कृष्ण कृष्ण कृष्ण। कृष्ण नाम पावन पावन, कृष्ण नाम प्यारा प्यारा चौनदाई कृष्णा कृष्णा जग में वो हरा हरा कृष्ण नाम पावन पावन कृष्ण नाम प्यारा प्यारा जो न बोले कृष्णा कृष्णा जग में वो हरा हरा मन क्या मिटे अंधियारा बोला कृष्ण कृष्णा मन का मिटे अंधियारा बोला कृष्ण कृष्णा सब शाम बोल बंदे कृष्ण कृष्ण कृष्णा सब शाम बोल बंदे कृष्ण कृष्ण कृष्णा जो तुम ताना चाहे जीवन की कृष्णा जो तुम ताना चाहे जीवन की कृष्णा सब शाम बोल बंदे कृष्ण कृष्ण कृष्णा सब शाम बोल बंदे कृष्ण कृष्ण कृष्णा जिसको मिले ना तेरा सका काम रम का जाने जो न दाए कृष्णा कृष्णा व्रत का धर्म का माने जिसको मिले ना तेरा सका काम रम का जाने जो न दाए कृष्णा कृष्णा व्रत का धर्म का माने चाहे करे जियारा बोला कृष्ण कृष्णा चाहे करे जियारा बोले कृष्ण कृष्णा सब शाम बोल बंदे कृष्ण कृष्ण कृष्णा सब शाम बोल बंदे कृष्ण कृष्ण कृष्णा जो तुम ताना चाहे जीवन की कृष्णा जो तुम ताना चाहे जीवन की कृष्णा सब शाम बोल बंदे कृष्ण कृष्ण कृष्णा सब शाम बोल बंदे कृष्ण कृष्ण कृष्णा चोरते बतक नंदर दर तोर दे हम कांजीरा बोल जा जगत के वेबो जगहे दको का देरा चमकते बतक नंदर दर तोर दे हम कांजीरा बोल जा जगत के वेबो जगहे दको का देरा तेरा क्यों है मारा मारा बोला कृष्ण कृष्णा तेरा क्यों है मारा मारा बोला कृष्ण कृष्णा सब शाम बोल बंदे कृष्ण कृष्ण कृष्णा सब शाम बोल बंदे कृष्ण कृष्ण कृष्णा जो तुम ताना चाहे जीवन की कृष्णा जो तुम ताना चाहे जीवन की कृष्णा सब शाम बोल बंदे कृष्ण कृष्ण कृष्णा सब शाम बोल बंदे कृष्ण कृष्ण कृष्णा जो तुम ताना चाहे जीवन की कृष्णा जो तुम ताना चाहे जीवन की कृष्णा सब शाम बोल बंदे कृष्ण कृष्ण कृष्णा सब शाम बोल बंदे कृष्ण कृष्ण कृष्णा सब शाम बोल बंदे Krishna Krishna Krishna.
Thank you very much, Ravina, for that beautiful Krishna bhajan, Jo Tumi Tana Chahe. Next up, we will be having Uma sing a rendition for us, and accompanying her will be Kevin on harmonium. Thank you.
मुरली मनोहर गोपाला मुरली मनोहर गोपाला मुरली मनोहर गोपाला मुरली मनोहर गोपाला गोविंद राधे गोपाला गोविंद राधे गोपाला हे मुरली मनोहर गोपाला मुरली मनोहर गोपाला मुरली मनोहर गोपाला जय हरि राधा जय हरि कृष्णा जय हरि राधा जय हरि कृष्णा जय गोवर्धन गोपाला जय गोवर्धन गोपाला मुरली मनोहर गोपाला मुरली मनोहर गोपाला गोपी वल्लभ दीन दयाला गोपी वल्लभ दीन दयाला 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 गोपी वल्लभ दीन दयाला देवकी नंदन गोपाला देवकी नंदन गोपाला देवकी नंदन गोपाला देवकी नंदन गोपाला हे मुरली मनोहर गोपाला मुरली मनोहर गोपाला मुरली मनोहर गोपाला हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 रामा राम रामा हरे 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 रामा राम रामा हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे
Thank you very much, Uma, who was with us last night and has joined us again this evening with her family. Thank you very much for your support and your rendition this evening. Next, I have the pleasure of calling up two sisters who are no stranger, and they also have their younger sister somewhere sitting in the audience. I have Alisa, accompanied by her sister Anisa, who will be giving us the next rendition for this evening.
Krishna Govinda Hari Murari He Nath Narayan Vasudeva Sri Krishna Govinda Hari Murari He Nath Narayan Vasudeva Sri Krishna Govinda Hare
Thank you very much, Alisa. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare. Beautiful Krishna bhajan. And as now I have the pleasure of calling up her sister, Anisa, who will be giving us the next rendition for this evening.
एक राधा एक मीरा दोनों ने शाम को चाहा अंतर क्या दोनों की चाह में बोलो अंतर क्या दोनों की चाह में बोलो एक प्रेम दीवानी एक दर्श दीवानी एक प्रेम दीवानी एक दर्श दीवानी एक राधा एक मीरा दोनों ने शाम को चाहा अंतर क्या दोनों के चाह में बोला एक प्रेम दीवानी एक दर्श दीवानी एक प्रेम दीवानी एक दर्श दीवानी राधा ने मधुबन में दूधा मेरे मन में पाया राधा जैसे गोविंद वो गोविंद मेरा हाथ टिकाया एक मुरली एक पायल एक मुरली एक पायल अंतर क्या दोनों की प्रीत में बोलो अंतर क्या दोनों की प्रीत में बोलो एक सूरत लुबानी एक मूरत लुबानी एक सूरत लुबानी एक मूरत लुबानी मीरा के प्रभु गिरधर नागर राधा के मनमोहन सगम पधा पदम पर मगा गर रे रे गम गम पम पध पद सानि सरे मीरा के प्रभु गिरिधर नागर राधा के मनमोहन राधा नित श्रृंगार करे और एक राधा एक मीरा, दोनों ने श्याम को चाहा। अंतर क्या दोनों की चाह में हुआ, एक प्रेम दीवानी, एक नर संगवानी, एक प्रेम दीवानी, एक नर संगवानी, एक प्रेम दीवानी, एक नर संगवानी, एक प्रेम दीवानी, एक तरस दीवानी।
Prem Solo Vyasa Maharaj ki jai. Kindly stand. Welcome Vyasji. Om Hari Om Shri Guru Bhyo Namaha. Hari Om Ganana Antva Ganapatigam Havamahe Kavim Kavina Upamashravashtamam Jeshtarajam Brahmanam Brahmanaspata Anashunmanotibhisida Sadhanam Bhadram Karnebi Shunayama Deva Bhadram Pashe Makshibhijatraha Sirei Rangaistushtabagam Yastanabihi Yashema Deva Hitam Yadayuhu Swastina Indro Bridastavaha Swastina Pusha Vishwavedaha Swastina Stariksho Arishtanemi Swastino Brihaspatir Dadatu Tachanyo Ravanimahe Gatum Yagyaya Gatum Yagyapati Daivi Swastirastunaha Swastiramanashebhyaha Urvam Jagat Beshajam Shanno Asdvipade Shanchatushpate Om Namostu Te Vyasa Vishala Buddhe Pullaravindayata Patra Netra Yena Tvaya Bharatatarla Purna Prajwalito Jnanamaya Pradipa Vyasa Maharaja ki jai, Govinda Bhagavan ki jai. Kindly take your seat. We'll have a bhajan while we do Vyas Puja.
Umesh, if you have signal. I'm not getting the signal. Oh. Can you maybe share, put me as an administrator for your Facebook page? That's the line. You know how to do that? So this way broadcast like from my page. Because I'm not getting your signal. Sorry?
राधे तेरे चरणों के क्षमा तेरे चरणों की। राधे तेरे चरणों की, क्षमा तेरे चरणों की। गर्दूल जो मिल जाए सच कहता हूँ मेरे, सच कहता हूँ मेरे। तकदीर बदल जाए राधे तेरे चरणों की, क्षमा तेरे चरणों की। सुनते हैं तेरी रहमत, दिन रात बरसती है। सुनते हैं तेरी रहमत, दिन रात बरसती है। एक बूंद जो मिल जाए, एक बूंद जो मिल जाए, दिल की कली खिल जाए। राधे तेरे चरणों की, क्षमा तेरे चरणों की। नजरों से गिरा नाना, चाहे जितनी सजा देना। नजरों से गिरा नाना, चाहे जितनी सजा देना। नजरों से जो गिर जाए, नजरों से जो गिर जाए, मुश्किल ही संभल पाए। राधे तेरे चरणों की, क्षमा तेरे चरणों की। राधे तेरे चरणों की, क्षमा तेरे चरणों की। राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे, राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे। गोविंद राधे गोपाल राधे, गोविंद राधे गोपाल राधे। राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे 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 गोविंद गोविंद राधे गोविंद राधे गोपाल राधे गोविंद राधे गोपाल राधे 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 गोविंद गोविंद राधे 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 गोविंद गोविंद राधे 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 गोविंद गोविंद श्री राधे.
Shall we all stand please for the opening Aarti?
धनी वृंदावन धाम है, धनी वृंदावन नाम, धनी वृंदावन रसिक जे सुमिरत राधे श्याम. श्यामा तेरी आरती कन्हैया तेरी आरती, सारा संसार करेगा कर जोर के, सारा संसार करेगा कर जोर के. राधे गोपाला गोपी गोपाला, राधे गोपाला गोपी गोपाला. सिर पर सोना मुकुट विराजे, गल वैजंती माला साजे. सिर पर सोना मुकुट विराजे, गल वैजंती माला साजे. और फूलन के हार करेगा कर जोर के, श्यामा तेरी आरती गोविंदा तेरी आरती. सारा संसार करेगा कर जोर के, सारा संसार करेगा कर जोर के. राधे गोपाला गोपी गोपाला, राधे गोपाला गोपी गोपाला. मैं हूँ दीनान दुखिया भारी, आया हूँ प्रभु शरण तुम्हारी. मैं हूँ दीनान दुखिया भारी, आया हूँ प्रभु शरण तुम्हारी. रखियो लाज हमार करेगा कर जोर के, श्यामा तेरी आरती नंद लाला तेरी आरती. सारा संसार करेगा कर जोर के, सारा संसार करेगा कर जोर के. राधे गोपाला गोपी गोपाला, राधे गोपाला गोपी गोपाला. गोविंद गोपाल हे नंद लाला, गोविंद गोपाल हे नंद लाला. गोविंद गोपाल हे ब्रज बाला, गोविंद गोपाल हे ब्रज बाला. राधे गोपाला गोपी गोपाला, राधे गोपाला गोपी गोपाला. श्री राधे 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 गोपाला, श्री राधे 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 गोपाला. राधे 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 गोविंद, राधे 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 गोविंद. राधे गोपाला राधे गोपाला, राधे गोविंद राधे गोविंद. श्री राधे गोपाला. कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंद गोपकुमाराय गोविंदाय नमो नमः. We bow in obeisance. गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरा, गुरुर्साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः प्रेम सुलो श्री लक्ष्मी नारायण भगवान की जय राधावर कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान की जय
प्रेम से बोलो नारायण भगवान की जय प्रेम से बोलो व्यास भगवान की Our most learned, esteemed Vyasji or Pandavaji, Avinashi, Panditji Mohan, my dear brother, Pandit Jageshwarji, Gandharvi Samaj, our dear mother, devotees, friends, lovers and worshipper of the divine, let me on behalf of our mother, my brother and my sister, along with our individual family, along with our Mosi, who is here from Florida with us, and her family welcomes each and every one of you to tonight's, the second session of Bhagwat Mahapuran Yajna. It is this blessing for all of us as we engage in this month of Shravan along with Adhik Mas to receive the darshan of Bhagwan Shiva and Hari Vishnu Bhagwan. And as I said last night, we have a very capable and competent Vyasji to deliver such katha for us. As we give dan or we give material things in Siddha, it only offsets the material things in life. The katha from Bhagavad and the lecture that will be presented by our Vyasji, that is what becomes that dakshina for Atma and our soul, and for that body which is called the Karana Sharira and the Sukshma Sharira, which it gives its satisfaction to. So tonight, once more, I ask of you to pay your attention to our online congregants. My humble Sitaraman pranam to you and thank you for logging in to this Bhagwat Mahapuran Katha and Yajna. I pray and ask Bhagwan, may Bhagwan Vishnu and Bhagwan Krishna blessing also be with you and to all of you here tonight. Once more, it's a treat and a feast for us to listen to our dear Vyasji. At this point of time, I ask our dear Vyasji Pandit Rajan Balgubanji to lead us in tonight's pravachan. Prem se bolo Vyas Bhagwan ki.
श्री रामचंद्र भगवान की जय श्री बालकृष्ण लाल की जय ओम नमश्चंदिकाय नमः पार्वती पतये हर हर महादेव। प्रथम पूज्य मंगल मूर्ति भगवान श्री गणेश जी स्तुति। शिवतन वरिष्ठम सर्वकल्याणमूर्तिं परशुकमलहस्तशोभितं मोदकेन अरुणकुसुममालाभ्याललम्बोदरं तं मम हृदयनिवासं श्रीगणेशं नमामि। सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके शरण्ये त्र्यम्बिके गौरी नारायणी नमोस्तुते। नमोस्तु ते। पशुपतिनाथ महादेव तेरी जय जयकार। पार्वती पति महादेव तेरी जय जयकार। तेरी जय जयकार भोले तेरी जय जयकार। तेरी जय जयकार भोले तेरी जय जयकार। पशुपतिनाथ महादेव तेरी जय जयकार। पार्वती पति महादेव तेरी जय जयकार। तेरी जय जयकार भोले तेरी जय जयकार। तेरी जय जयकार भोले तेरी जय जयकार। ओम नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय।
ओम नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय।
ओम नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय।
ओम नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय।
ओम नमः शिवाय। सानंदमानंद वने वसंतम आनंद खंडम हृतपापवृंदम वाराणसीनाथम अनाथनाथम श्री विश्वनाथम शरणं प्रपद्ये। श्री काशी विश्वेश्वर सांब सदा शिवाय नमः। What a golden opportunity is ours tonight to chant the name of Govinda, Damodara, Madhava. Combination, or rather not of two blessed events, but three blessed events tonight. We are in Shravan Mas, we are in Purushottam Mas, and aaj to Purnima hai. And today also is Purnima. Bilva Mangal Thakur, he penned the Govinda Damodar Stotram, and the first shloka describes the pitiful cry of Mother Draupadi. The second shloka, she calls him by various names. Bhaktanukampin, you are for your bhaktas. You are Bhakta Vatsala. You have to come to my rescue. You have to come to my aid. And then in one of the verses, the gopi takes her pot of milk to sell. Vikretu kama khila gopa kanya. But her mind was so absorbed in Sri Krishna's lotus feet. Instead of saying she has milk for sale and yogurt for sale, she cried out, Govinda Damodar Madhaveti. Agre Kurunam Ath Pandavanam Dushasanenam Hritavastra Kesha Krishna Tadakroho Shahadanyanatha Govinda Damodar Madhaveti.
Govinda Damodar Madhaveti. Govinda Damodar Madhaveti.
Govinda Damodar Madhaveti. Govinda Damodar Madhaveti. Shri Krishna Vishnu Madhukait Bhare Bhaktanukampin Bhagavan Murari Traya Swamam Ke
माधवेति गोविन्द दामोदर माधवेति
गोविन्द दामोदर माधवेति गोविन्द दामोदर माधवेति विक्रेतु कामाखिल गोपकन्या मोरादिपादार्पित चेतवृत्ति तद्यादिकं मोहवशत वोचत गोविन्द दामोदर माधवेति
गोविन्द दामोदर माधवेति गोविन्द दामोदर माधवेति
गोविन्द दामोदर माधवेति करारविन्देन पदारविन्दं मुखारविन्देन विनिवेशयन्तं वटस्य पात्रस्य पुटेशयानं बालं मुकुन्दं मनसा स्मरामि सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रय विनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नुमः। श्री बद्रीनारायण भगवान की जय, श्री अनंत पद्मनाभ स्वामी की जय, श्री जगन्नाथ जी महाराज की जय, श्री द्वारकाधीश भगवान की जय, श्री वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय। अखंड मंडलाकारं
व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः।
और आज मंगलवार है, ऑल ऑफ अस टुगेदर श्री गुरु चरण सरोज रज
निज मन मुकुर सुधार
बरनौ रघुवर विमल यश
जोदायक पलचार
बोधिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरो पावन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि हरहु कलेश विकार मंगल भवन अमंगल हारी द्रवौ सुदशरथ अजर बिहारी
मंगल भवन अमंगल हारी द्रवौ सुदशरथ अजर बिहारी।
जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई कृपा करो गुरुदेव की नाई।
जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई कृपा करो गुरुदेव की नाई।
श्री राम जय जय राम, श्री राम जय जय राम। पवन तनय संकट हरणं मंगल मूर्ति रूप राम लखन सीता सहित हृदय बसहु सुरभूप। व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधये वासिष्ठाय नमो नमः। प्रेम सोलो सियावर रामचंद्र भगवान की जय। श्री हनुमान जी महाराज की जय। श्री सद्गुरु महाराज की जय। श्री वेद व्यास जी भगवान की जय। हमारे सनातन धर्म recommends to us, when Goswami Tulsidas ji decided to pen his Ramcharitramanas, who is the his? When Goswami Tulsidas ji decided to pen HIS, maximum size font, his Ramayana, not Tulsi's Ramayana, but Dhanushadhari Shri Rama's Ramayana. He bowed down to the 5 major aspects of Godhead. We call him Pancha Parameshwar. The 5 main deities consecrated in our mandirs. Ganesh ji, Jehi Sumirat Siddhi Hoy Gananayak Karivar Vadana. Then Vishnu Bhagwan, Neela Sarora Husyam Taruna Aruna Barijanaya. Then Kunda Indu Samadeha Bholenath Mahadev. And he calls her name Uma Raman. Uma's Bhagwan Shiva, Parvati Devi is called Uma. Devi is the 4th. And then Bandava Guru Pada Kanja Kripa Sindhu Nararupa Hari Mahamohatama Punja Jasu Vachana Ravi Karanikara Ravi. He bows down to Surya Deva. I said to you last night, when Shaunak Adi Rishi approached Suji, they praised not Suta, but they praised his knowledge. And they compared what he's in possession of to the billions of rays of the sun. Similarly, in our opening prayers, we follow what the great ones have established. We must continue. Continuity must be there without altering. Just like Tulsidas ji, we also bow down to Shri Ganesh ji. We bow down to Ma Devi, to Mata Parvati. And in this most beautiful month of Shravan, Savan ka mahinwa bhaile baat sor, he bhar bhar kawadiya leke baba tore or. Savan ka mahinwa bhaile baat sor. Right now, particularly in North India, bam bam, bam bam Bholenath, bam bam Bholenath, bam bam Bholenath, bam bam Bholenath. Right now, throughout North India, the dhun is bam bam Bholenath, bam bam Mahadev, bam bam, bam bam. This is Shravan, where devotees, particularly men folk, women do it also, but mostly you find men take this sankalpa. Let's say you're living here in Mississauga, but you want to offer your Ganga Jal at Vishnu Mandir in Richmond Hill. Or you want to offer your Ganga Jal in Brampton. Devotees, these men folk will take a sankalpa, they will take a pledge. They will fill their little pots with water, and then they will carry it on their shoulder, and they will walk the distance, Padayatra. They will not go by car. Sometimes they go by vehicle. They stop their vehicle, and then they will walk their way to the temple. They will walk to him. They say if you take 1 step towards him, he takes 2 towards you. You take 1 step towards Bhagwan, he doubles it and comes towards you. Bhakta Jano. And then that pledge now, my brother Ram is here from Kitchener. Supposing now we take the sankalpa to walk from Mississauga all the way to Kitchener, it's a sacrifice. It's a blessed pledge. And then they will take that water just to offer to a rock. Imagine a rock is drawing millions and millions of people. There have to be something special in it, isn't it? There has to be something special about this rock. And when you offer ये गंगा जल मेरे भक्ति प्रभु पुष्प प्यार, ये गंगा जल मेरे भक्ति प्रभु पुष्प प्यार, आरती है ये श्रद्धा मेरी। गंगा जी के तट पे भोले करते निवास, गंगा जी के तट पे भोले करते निवास। बम बम भोलेनाथ, बम बम भोलेनाथ, बम 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 भोलेनाथ, बम बम भोलेनाथ। प्रभु ये गंगा जल मेरे भक्ति प्रभु पुष्प प्यार। And flowers, you know, when a young man wants to woo the young lady, he will not take a pan ke patta, he will not take a pan leaf and says I love you. He will take a flower. A flower is a universal symbol of love, isn't it? Or ye phool, these flowers that we offer to Bhagwan. Now that's one thing I'm very envious of you people who live in North America. I'm extremely envious of you. You have access to so many beautiful flowers. All you have to do is make an order online and it's delivered to your home. All you have to do is go to the shops and pick as much as you want. Bapra, you see in Guyana, sometimes we go and steal flowers. We go, you know, you have the oleander that grows on the roadside. My boys will go before the people wake up. Because they say, Guruji, if we ask them, they just refuse us. I have one particular young man. Imagine, you see all the flowers that is offered to Bholenath at Shri Krishna Mandir in Guyana. There's one young man who has to go out and bring flowers. He leaves home at 5 o'clock in the morning. By 7 o'clock or 7:30, all the flowers are at the temple. One young man. And then I will tell him, Doc, I need 1,000 lotuses. He goes, what? I said, I want 1,000 lotuses. He said, okay, no problem. Give me 2 days, he says. Going into the trenches, going to search for them. There are alligators, there are snakes. You see how lucky you are here? Because why? A flower is a symbol of love. And when you decorate the Lord with flowers, you're offering him your prema. You're offering your love. And remember I said to you, take one step towards him, he comes 2 steps towards you. That you're cementing that bond. You're cementing that bond. You're making it stronger. Ye Ganga Jal Mere Bhakti Prabhu Pushpa Hai Pyar. Shraddha Kiye Aarti Jyoti. And when we light the Aarti and you wave it to Mahadev, that is your Shraddha. That is your faith. That is your faith. In this beautiful period of Shravan, we bow down to Baba Bholenath. We bow down to the graceful Lord, to the presiding deity of this temple, Bhagwan Shri Lakshmi Narayan, Bhagwan Shri Hari, who is no other than Dhanushadhari Shri Sita Ramji or Bansiwale Shri Krishna. We bow down to our revered gurus, to the guru of all gurus. And again, I'm envious of you here in Canada. You have a tall Hanumanji. Atulita baladhamam swarna shailabadeham swarna. Of a golden complexion. We bow down, my dear ones, to Sri Hanumanji Maharaj. And of course, bowing down to Sri Veda Vyasji, who has gifted us the Bhagwat Mahapurana. What an honor and a joy to be sitting before Bhagwan Sri Lakshmi Narayana and offering a Bhagwat Katha to celebrate a dear mother's birthday. We all join together and wish her, my dear ones, happy birthday. On behalf of the Sharma Parivar, on behalf of the Sharma family, my brothers Pandit Rishi ji, Pandit Jageshwar ji, dear sister, I welcome each and every one of you. To Pandit Avinash ji, who is conducting Dev Puja, on behalf of the family, my humble pranam. And to all souls who have gathered here, suswagatam to each and every one of you. Let's fall in tune from where we left off last evening. We are still in the Bhagavat Mahatyam. Mother Bhakti meets Narad Muni. Narad Muni tells her, Vritha khedyase bale aho chinta tura katham Shri Krishna charanam bhojam. Don't underestimate the lotus feet of Bhagwan. It is where not just prosperity resides, Dhana Lakshmi, Dhanya Lakshmi, Santana Lakshmi, Aishwarya Lakshmi, Vidya Lakshmi, Vijaya Lakshmi. It is where peace, resides at the feet of Shri Hari. And he makes a promise to her that he will what? He will find the remedy to rejuvenate her two sons. It was on this quest that Narad Muni met his brothers. Narad Muni met his brothers in Badrika Ashram, and they're going to tell Narad Muni, Sat karma suchako nunam jnana yajna smrito budhe Shrimat Bhagavata lapaha satu gita shukadibhi Bhakti jnana viraganam tadaghoshena balam mahat Brajishyati dvayo kashtam sukham bhaktera bhavishyati. Indeed, he says, the Sanat Kumaras are telling Narad Muni, there's no greater work than selfless work. To become a Nishkama Karma Yogi, to be someone who work with no expectations. Karma nivadikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana ma karma phalahe turbhur mate sangvastva karmani. Chapter 2 of the Bhagavad Gita. There's indeed no doubt about the merit of Satkarma, but Narad Muni, Shrimat Bhagavata Lapaha, the recitation of the Bhagavatam, which has been told by Shukadev Mahamuni, by the chanting of the Bhagavatam, Bhakti Gyan Viraganam Tadaghoshena Balam Mahat. What they have lost, they shall regain. What they have lost, they can regain through the recitation of the Bhagavatam. Don't underestimate this text. My Guruji, she would say the Bhagavatam is a boon-granting text. It's a boon-granting text. Nigamakalpatarora galitam phalam shukamukhadamrita dravasam yutam pibata bhagavatam rasamalayam muhurho rasika bhuvi bhavukaha. It gives and it gives and it gives. Why we love having a mango tree in our yard. Particularly a mango tree. Among the other fruit trees, you had cherry, you had guinea, you had guava, but the mango tree, because it gives so much. It gives us its fruit. Kacha aam khana hai, so you can eat it raw. You make achar with it, you make pickles with it. And as it ripens, you make guruma with it. You make mango curry with it, tarkari with it. Or like me, I love to relish it in the palm of my hand, like an animal. I peel it with my teeth, not a knife. I eat it. I hope you all still eat mangoes like that. I don't know. That's the best way to eat a mango. The mango tree gives us leaves. Chai bana sakte hai. You can make tea with the mango leaves. The leaves is used in our puja, in our sacred rites. And don't forget, Suraj ki garmi se jalte hue tan ko mil jaye tarwar ki chhaya. There's nothing like sitting under a mango tree, under the shade in Blairmont, right, Ram? Sitting under the shade of the mango tree. This Bhagvat Mahapuran, given to us by Shukadev Mahamuni, it has the ability to grant us our heart's desire. It's a boon-granting text. It is a life-sustaining text. Therefore, he is advising Narad Muni, Idam Bhagavatam Nama Puranam Brahma Sammitam Bhakti Jnana Viraganam Sthapanaya Prakashitam. Idam Bhagavatam Nama Puranam Brahma Sammitam. You have the 4 Vedas. The only other Puranas that occupies the status of a 5th Veda is the Bhagvat Mahapurana. Ye Amara Grantha hai, Mukti Pantha hai, Panchama Veda Nirala. This is the 5th Veda. possessing all the teachings and the lessons and the messages of the Vedas, the essence of the Vedas, the cream of the Vedas is present in the Bhagavatam. Therefore, O Narada, you should have the Bhagavatam recited. Narada, my dear ones, you have to choose the place. It has to be conducive for the recitation of the Bhagavatam. The Kumaras, my dear ones, advises Narad Muni to go where? Shrinu Narada Vyakshamo Vinnamna Vivekine Gangadwara Samipetu Tatamananda Namakam. I met Puja Swamiji in Haridwar, Dr. Sham Sundar Das Ji. He's given up his mortal coils, but before that I met him at the age of 97. He said to me, Balgovind ji, Haridwar keval Haridwar nahi hai. Haridwar has 5 names. It is Haridwar, it is Haradwar, it is Gangadwar, it is Vishnudwar, it is Mokshadwar. He says, ye Haridwar hai, because your journey to Bhagwan Vishnu, Badrinath, it starts in Haridwar. It is Haradwar. Your journey to Kedarnath, Bhagwan Shiva, starts from here. It is Vishnudwar. The main bathing area of Haridwar, Har Ki Pauri, the imprints of Mahavishnu's feet is present there. It is Gangadwar. It is where Bhagavati Ganga comes and flows into the plains of India from the mountains. बही कैसे गंगा लहर धीरे धीरे हरिद्वार में कैसी शोभा है माता, हरिद्वार में कैसी शोभा है माता, पहाड़ों से आए उतर धीरे धीरे, पहाड़ों से आए उतर धीरे 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 धीरे, बही कैसे गंगा लहर धीरे धीरे. She comes down from the mountains and now her water is diverted to various places. Ye Ganga Dwar hai. And then he said, Ye Mukti Dwar hai. This is the place where Gyan and Vairagya received liberation. They were delivered through the grace of Bhagavatam. It is where Parikshit Maharaj, he went and sat on the southern bank, on the southern side. The south has always been associated with what? With the direction for Yama, the god of death. It was here that Parikshit Maharaja gained mukti. So you have 5 names of Haridwar. So he went to Ganga Dwara Samipetu Tatamananda Namakam. And he went to one ghat that is named Ananda, bliss. They're going to derive tremendous bliss from the recitation of the Bhagavatam. Today is Purnima. Usually on the Purnima you have the worship of Bhagwan Shri Satyanarayan. But do you know that you can do Satyanarayan Puja even on and not a Purnima day? The Satyanarayan Vrat Katha itself tells you, the moment you get inspired to worship Bhagwan, don't make excuses, don't think twice. Start making arrangements. However humble arrangements you can make. However humble arrangements you can make. And have the worship of Bhagwan. So you don't have to wait for the Purnima to worship Bhagwan Vishnu. Similarly, the Bhagavatam. When is the most appropriate time for the recitation of a Bhagavatam? The Kumaras are telling Narad Muni, Sada Sevya Shrimat Bhagavati Katha Yasya Shravana Matrena Haris Chittam Samashrayet. Sada Sevya Shrimat Bhagavati Katha. The moment you get inspired to host a Bhagavati, then do it. Because why? Pavananam cha pavanam, amangalanam cha mangala. The inauspicious becomes auspicious the moment the Bhagavatam makes its presence. You got to have such faith in this text. When does darkness disappear? When there's light. When does thirst disappear? When there's water. When does hunger disappear? When there's food. The inauspicious disappears. It is removed instantly in the presence of the Bhagavatam. Yasya Shravana Matrena. And of course, for these 7 sessions, you have to lend me your ears. And by lending Bhagavatam your ears, Hari, Bhagwan Shri Vishnu, enters into your heart. Yasya Shravana Matrena Harischittam Samashrayita. He takes up his abode. Prabhu hum pe kripa karna. Prabhu hum pe daya karna. Where is this Vaikuntha? Vaikuntha is right here. You see Hridaya mein. Right in here in this heart. You will have a vision of Bhagwan Shri Hari. So the Bhagavatam has been arranged. It's going to be recited. And after the 7 sessions, Mother Bhakti, her 2 sons are present there. What happened after the conclusion of the Bhagavatam? Bhakti suto to taruno grihitva preme karupa sahasa virasit Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari Natheti namani muhuro vadanti Bhakti suto to taruno grihitva. Many times it's only after coming out of the salon, you know, after exiting the salon or before exiting, after the hairdresser would have done whatever they had to do, the makeup artist would have done whatever they had to do, and at the end of the session, my Bhauji Mona looks in the mirror and she would say, oh wow, is that me? Right? You went in looking something else and you walk out looking something else. Isn't that true? Otherwise you will not pay the people. Then they have not done their job. Similarly, after listening to the Bhagavatam, Bhakti Sutautau Taruno Grihitva. What is the word name? Taruna. Taruna means young. They were rejuvenated. This is not our looks, this is our spirit gets rejuvenated. Our will gets rejuvenated because sometimes you feel like what? Giving up. Sometimes we care not for ourselves, and when you stop caring for yourself, how can you care for others? And even if you start caring for others and don't care for yourself, you're harming yourself. Listening to the Bhagavatam, Bhakti Sutau, her 2 sons, Tarunau Grihitva, they became young again. They were rejuvenated. And then they all got up and they did what? Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari He Nath Narayan Vasudeva.
Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari He Nath Narayan Vasudeva.
Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari Natheti Namani Muhur Vadanti. That famous line of that dhun, it comes from the Bhagavat Mahatyam. The 2 sons of Mother Bhakti stood on their feet again and they're chanting Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari Natheti Namani Muhur Vadanti. They chanted Shri Krishna's name. So this ends the first part of the Bhagavat Mahatyam, where the Bhagavatam will satisfy the Bhakta. The Bhakta gets to hear about their Bhagwan. The Bhagavatam is going to satisfy the Jnani, those who are seeking knowledge. And the Bhakta is going to generate dispassion in us, Vairagya within us. The Vairagi is satisfied by listening to the Bhagavatam. The next part of the Bhagavat Mahatyam talks about an interesting couple. The man's name is Atma Dev and his wife's name is Dhunduli. Atma Dev, one who knows his soul to be godlike. And Dhunduli ka matlab hai empty pot. He was a very peaceful man. Very pleasant person. But his wife Dhunduli, my dear ones, Bhagavatam says, she ruled over her husband. There are many women who love to rule over their husbands. And there are men who like to rule over their wife. I tell people, husband and wife, you're to join together and govern your home. One should not rule over the other. One is not superior than the other. She ruled over her husband. She loved gossiping. This was the quality of Dhunduli. She was cruel. She was miserly. But she was an expert in household duties. She kept her home spick and span. Why? To impress the visitors. She was such a personality. You know when you become infatuated with something? You know when something, you allow yourself to become obsessive over something? What length will you not go to gain what you desire? This was Atma Dev. Atma Dev ko ek putra chahiye. He wants a child. He wants a child. He met a great sage. The sage said to him, Muncha jnanam prajarupam bhalishta karmano gati. Are Atma Dev, apni umra to dekho. Today, when a 60-year-old gives birth to a child, when a man who's 75 becomes a father, it makes it on the news and everybody's like, wow. Everybody's like, wow. Are bhai, 75-year-old ka buddha. Don't mind that, Mr. 75. How can a 75-year-old man or a 75-year-old lady raise a child? That is not the time to have children. Grihastha ashram is there. Grihastha ashram is there. Today we are corrupting everything that was once established. So what if you're 75? He can still make you a father. Then supposedly, kya bharosa hai is jindagi ka bhai? सांस देती नहीं है किसी का, शम्मा बुझ जाएंगे जलते जलते, सांस रुक जाएंगे चलते चलते. While sitting, you can lose your life. The prana can exit your body. Then, when you exit the world, what will happen to that child? Think about it. When we become obsessive over something, we're only thinking about satisfying and gratifying ourselves. Atma Dev is advised by the sage, give up this obsession. I have looked in your past karma. For 7 lives, 7 janmo tak aapko putra ka pyar nahi milega. You will not have a child. But he insists and he insists and he insists. Until idam bhyaksha patnya tvam tata putro bhaveshyati. Then take this prasad, take this fruit, give it to your wife. It's a blessing. And we can never have enough blessing in our life. You can never have enough blessing. Let her eat it. In due time, you will have a child. But when she conceives, she must do what? She must practice satyam, shaucham, daya, dana, meka, bhaktim tu bhojanam. She must practice truth. Now that's a problem for Dhunduli. She must keep herself clean. Cleanliness has to be there. She wouldn't have a problem with that. Daya, she must be compassionate. She will have an issue with that. She must give dan. No, she's a stingy person. She's a miserly person. She will not give dan. She has to practice bhakti. Bhakti, my husband prays, why should I pray? Isn't that true? Sometimes the wife is the one who prays. The husband says, my wife prays, why should I pray? My wife prays for me. Sometimes the husband is the one who prays and the wife says, my husband prays for me. This is why, please, Bora mat mano, ladies live longer. Ladies live longer because they pray more. They pray more. They pray more. Go to our temples, go to our events. The majority are our mothers, daughters, and sisters who are in attendance. Who are in attendance. I usually like to compare other religion on this, particularly the Islamic faith. In Guyana, if you're driving by early in the morning, and probably here in Toronto also, at 5 o'clock in the morning, particularly during the month of Ramadan, you will see cars and cars and cars parked in front of the masjids. And the majority of those who are present in the masjid, in the mosque, are men. When can we get our Hindu men to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning and come to satsang? They will wake up all night, or they'll go to bed early to wake up at 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock to watch cricket. You know? So don't think you cannot make that sacrifice. Don't think you cannot do it. They wake up to watch the TV. Wake up to watch the TV. Huh? And when you look at their progress, there's a reason behind it. Their commitment to prayers. Their commitment to prayers. Bhakti Jano. She has to practice bhakti. She also have to do what? She also have to watch what she eats. Bhojanam. Bhojanam. She takes a fruit from her husband. He leaves. She discusses with her sister, Yaar, if I'm to consume this fruit, I will be able to conceive a child. My husband wants a child, I don't want a child. And look at her excuses. She says, my belly will grow. I will not be able to take all my delicious meals and foods that I favor. It will make me weak. I will not be able to do my household chores. And she's very imaginative also. She says, if thieves come to the home, if we get attacked by bandits, I won't be able to run to save myself. She makes up a long list of excuses. A woman who has born a child has to suffer a lot in bringing up that child, she says. When Rishi would cry, Ma has to wake up. Then Jageshwar will cry, she has to wake up. The sister will cry, she has to wake up. She likes dal puri, he likes paratha roti, one likes sada roti. You know? Lots. It's difficult. She makes a huge list of excuses, and then she comes up with a plan. You are with the child at the moment. I will pretend I'm with the child, and you will give me your baby. You will give me your child. And this is what was done. She takes a fruit and she discards it. Please don't ever throw away prasad. I tell people, Guyana probably is the only place you get prasad by the pound. When you go to puja, my God, it weighs down your hand. It weighs down your hand. I beg people. You see the bhog that is offered on the bedi? Take a little chamach, take a little spoon and give everybody a little bit in their hand, a teaspoon. It means you will want more tomorrow. It means you will want more tomorrow. It doesn't go to waste. Never discard prasad. Never ever discard prasad. It is Bhagwan's grace. That prasad was consumed by Gaumata. Symbolically, the cow gives birth to a child. The child with his huge lobed ears like the cow is named Gokaran. Gokarana Pandito Gyani. And the one whom Dhunduli accepted became Dhundukari Mahakal. The mother was corrupt. She raises a corrupt child. She raises a corrupt child. And then our Gokaran becomes a Pandit Gyani. He was a dharmic child. Grew up with dharmic principles. Mataji ne 3 bachche ko janam diya. She has given to the world 3 children. Each one of them with their respective families. But still, of the 3, 2 of them have taken up the task for the promotion of Sanatana Dharma. For the promotion and the propagation of Sanatana Dharma. You know? Hamare Sumitra Devi says to Lakshman, blessed are those women who bring forth children into this world who become devotees of Bhagwan. Blessed are all you women who bring forth children into this world. I didn't say a son, I said children. Who bring forth children into this world who becomes devotee to Bhagwan. Blessed are such persons. Bhaktas, It's sad that sometimes children become ungrateful to their parents. It's very sad. Hota hai. There are parents who have to bear the brunt of abuse from the hands of their own children. Not their sons alone, their daughters also. Their daughters also join in abusing their mothers and fathers. And the abuse began. Because why? Kusang and satsang. We can either fall in the company of the good or we can fall in the company of the bad. Dhundukari fell in the company of the bad, taking up to drinking, taking up to stealing, and began abusing Atma Dev and Dhunduli. Atma Dev could not bear it anymore. And what does Gokaran tells him? Asara khalu samsara dukharupi vimohakam sutakasya dhanam kasya snehavancha valate nisham. Papa, tell me the truth. Sutakasya dhanakasya, is your son really your son? Does he really belong to you and exclusively you alone? What is really ours? Neither a son, neither dhana, wealth. Wealth is neither ours also. Neither son nor wealth belongs to us. A man who is attached to these has to burn day and night on their account when there is excessive attachment. He enlightens his father on what is permanent and what is temporary. Gokaran leaves for yatra. Hamari Atma Dev also leaves the home. He could not bear the torment anymore. Dhunduli, my dear ones, she does what? She commits Atmahatya. She commits Atmahatya. There were no helpline for her to call. There were no one there to counsel her. I tell my children, I tell my congregation, if at any time you entertain ending your life, suicide, speak to somebody. Call that helpline. Speak to a friend. Speak to a colleague. There is help out there. I don't know about you. I don't want you to expose your private life, but I don't mind exposing mine. I'm a survivor of suicide. And I'm not ashamed to say it. And I'm so thankful I did not succeed in killing myself. I was 18 years old. 18. Hot-headed, no? Got into a heated argument with my father on the choice of school, university I wanted to attend in the US. And you know when you're angry? Kama yesha, krodha yesha, rajo guna samudbhavaha. That is your enemy. That is the demon you want to capture and put in a bottle and throw it. Where you have it? Lake Ontario. When I was little, I was a very mischievous boy. We would go to number 63 beach for Ganga Puja. And once I went there, there was a bottle wrapped in a black cloth. And whoever was with us says, put it down, leave it there. I said, why? They said, Jambi, the inside. Okay, you know that was a practice. You capture the Jambi, put it in a bottle, and throw it into the sea. I'll pour me open the bottle, the Jambi come out. That's not the Jambi we're talking about. You know what is the Jambi, children? Anger. It's only when you're smiling, you click a selfie. When you get angry, do you selfie? If someone can take a picture of your facial expression when you're angry, compare it to when you're happy, you'll be surprised. You'll be surprised if that is anger. Because of my anger. And I wanted to do what? I wanted to hurt my father. I didn't want to hurt myself. I wanted to hurt my dad. And that led me to do something so stupid. And I'm thankful I got the help. I'm thankful that I was saved. 18 years old. 18 saal ka ladka. And then began my yatra towards Bhagwan. Because I knew that was one side of my life I did not want to embrace. I did not want to embrace anger in my life. You have to give that up. That is the Bali. That is one of the Rakshas you have to offer to Ma Bhagwati Kalika. Just the Chanda and the Munda and the Rakta Bija and the Mahisasur. Anger is there. Anger. Bhakta Jano. Hamari Dhunduli. There was no one to help her. She ended her life. If at any time you contemplate that thought, please seek help. Please seek help. Pandit Jageshwar, Pandit Rishi, Pandit Avinash. There's so many stalwart women in our community if you're not comfortable speaking to a man. There's so many wonderful personalities that are among us. Approach them. Approach them. And then our friend Dhundukari has taken up friendship with 5 women of ill repute. Not 1, not 2, but 5. They're symbolic of the 5 senses. You know when you're obsessive of satisfying your senses, satisfying the eyes and the ears and the tongue, etc., it will lead you to your death. It is 5 women who came together and killed Dhundukari or Dafnadia. They buried him without a single rite, without a single Antyeshti Sanskar. That was not done. There was no Deh Sanskar for him. No final rites was performed for him. So instead of becoming a Pitra, he became a Preta. He became a wandering soul, restless soul. And when his brother Gokaran got to know, Gokaran decided he must seek a remedy to liberate his brother's soul. The Bhagavatam is not just in celebration of the mother's birthday, but it's also in observance. It's a Shraddhanjali. It's a Shrad in remembrance of their dear father. Dear, dear father. Bhakta Jano, when you're looking for inspiration, children, do you look downwards? No. When do you look downwards? When do you bend your heads? When you feel helpless. When you feel helpless, you make this gesture. You bow your heads down. But when you're seeking inspiration, what do? You look upwards. And our dear friend Gokaran looks upwards. And who does he see? Tobhyam namo jagat sakshin bruhi me mukti hetukam tashrutva duratah surya sputamitya bhyabhashata tobhyam namo. Hey jagat sakshin. He sees Surya Deva. He sees the sun god. Surya Deva is symbolic of knowledge. Light is a universal symbol of knowledge. And Surya Deva is going to inspire Gokaran. Shrimat Bhagavatam Mukti Saptaham Vachanam Kuru Iti Surya Vachaha Sarver Dharma Rupam Tu Vishrutam. Surya Deva inspires Gokaran to perform and to have the Srimad Bhagavat Saptaha. To have the 7-session recitation of this text, that this will do what? It will liberate your brother's soul. Bhakta Jano, we are told. So the Puja Bedi is set. He invited people according to his means, how much he could afford, how much he could arrange. And then they placed a bamboo with 7 joints. The spirit, the roaming spirit of Dhundukari entered into that hollow bamboo. And after 8 sessions, the bamboo would crack. It would crack from the lower end to the upper. And it was symbolic that he was what? He was attaining mukti. And then on the 7th day, Divya Rupa Dharo Jata Sutulasi Dama Manditam Pitavasa Ghanashamo Mukuti Kundalanvita. You see the spirit now. They saw the spirit of Dhundukari, Divya Rupa Dharo, taking a divine form, a divine look, with the Tulasi Mala, Pitavasa, dressed in yellow, Ghanashama, with a crown and a dark complexion. Where was he going? He was ascending to the abode of Shri Hari. And you know what he did? He said to his brother, Namam Bhrataram Sadhyo Gokaranamiti Chabhravitam Tvayaham Uchito Bandho Kripaya Pretaka Shmalat. My brother, Namam Bhrataraha Sadhyo. How can I thank you, my brother? How can I thank you for liberating my soul, my wandering soul, which was being tormented? Who wants to live a tormented life and then to be tormented after death? This Bhagavatam, he thanks his brother for saving him, for granting him the ability to be liberated, and together, Dhanya Bhagavati Vartam Preta Pida Vinashini Saptaho Api Tatha Dhanya Krishna Loka Falaprada Bhagvat Katha Humko Pyara Pyara Bhagvat Katha Sabko Pyara Pyara Bhagvat Katha Humko Pyara Pyara Bhagvat Katha Sabko Pyara Pyara. Through the recitation of the Bhagavatam, the soul of Dhundukari was liberated. Now when the soul of Dhundukari was being taken to the abode of Shri Hari, Gokaran says, but what happened? What about the rest of us who are here? Aren't we deserving of Prabhu's Loka also, the Lord's abode? And you know there are three types of people jo katha mein aate hain. तीन प्रकार के लोग कथा में आते हैं. There are three types of people who come to katha. एक श्रोता, एक sarota, और एक sota. What is a shrota? Shrotagan, you always hear about shrotagan. Real listeners, people who are really listening carefully. That is a shrota. What is a sarauta? Sarauta kaha bhul gayi pyari nanadvaya. There's a Bhojpuri song that has that word in it, sarauta. What sarauta is? It's an instrument that is used to cut supari. It's like a nut cracker that you would use to crack walnuts. That's called a sarauta. Cutting. It means, let me see what Balgobin is going to speak tonight. Let me see which shloka is he going to chant. Let's see if he really knows Sanskrit. Right? There are people who come to do what? To test the speaker. To test the speaker's knowledge, to test the speaker's ability. You're a sarauta. Let's see what the Sharmas have arranged. They've come, my dear ones. Afterwards, they will go and cut you to pieces. And then there's a sota. How many times have you not come across people sleeping in katha? I know you're so tired from a hard day's work. I know you're tired. Right? And my great fortune is that they're always sitting in front of me. Not tonight, though. They're always sitting in front of me. So you have the Shrota, you have the Sarauta, and you have the Sota. The Vishnu Duta say to Gokaran, not everyone was listening attentively like Dhundukari. Not everyone's attention was there like Dhundukari. Therefore, you're not deserving yet of the Lord's abode. Gokaran did what? Gokaran continued to have Bhagavatam. He continued to have Bhagavatam with the goal of being blessed with mukti. Bhagavatam, my dear ones, is read for us, yes, the living. At the same time, it satisfies the soul of our dearly departed loved ones. The Bhagavat Mahapuran, it is a gem. It is a gem among the Puranas. Shrimad Bhagavad Ji. Narayan, Narayan, Jai Jai Govinda Hare. Narayan, Narayan, Jai Jai Gopal Hare.
Narayan, Narayan, Jai Jai Govinda Hare. Narayan, Narayan, Jai Jai Gopal Hare.
Govinda Hare, Jai Jai Gopal Hare. Govinda Hare, Jai Jai Gopal Hare.
Govinda Hare, Jai Jai Gopal Hare. Govinda Hare, Jai Jai Gopal Hare.
Jai Jai Ram Krishna Hari, Jai Jai Ram Krishna Hari, Jai Jai Ram Krishna Hari, Jai Jai Ram Krishna Hari. Shrimad Bhagavatam Purana Tilakam Yad Vaishyavanam Dhanam Yasmin Paraham Sameva Mamalam Jnanam Param Giyate. I have one student right now of the Bhagavatam, and this young man, he is so dedicated, he's so determined to finally learn the Bhagavatam. You'll be amazed to know who he is, our Ravi Mishra. Finally, Ravi decides he wants to learn the Bhagavatam. So, of course, I said, Ravi, based on my schedule and timing, we can do it. We met one time in person and we started the Bhagavatam. And then every week religiously, of course, due to my travel, I could not be in the US. Every week religiously on a Wednesday night and a Thursday night at 11 p.m., the message comes, Guruji, I'm ready for class. I said, Bap, 11 baje hai Bap, it's 11 o'clock. Now is the time for me to give you class? He says, oh, please give me now. When someone had such a thirst for Bhagavatam, how can I deny them? Even if it's 11 p.m. and he wants to learn the Bhagavatam, so we went from 11 till 12:30 a.m. and I said, oh, leave me alone now. Let me go sleep. I'm old. And I said to him in Dishloka, Ravi, I said to him, Shrimat Bhagavatam Purana Tilakam Yat Vaishyavanam Dhanam. You claim the house is yours. You claim this piece of jewelry is yours. You will claim that bag is yours. You know? When will you claim God as yours? When will you claim that Hum tumhare the Prabhu ji, I was yours. Hum tumhare hai, I am yours. Hum tumhare hi rahoge, O mere priyatam. I was yours, I am yours, and I will forever be yours. Yad Vaishyavanam, ye hamare dhan hai. This is our wealth. Bhaktijano, this concludes the message of the Bhagavat Mahatyam, and we now enter into the actual text. We now enter into the actual Bhagavatam. Bhagavad Gita begins with the word Dharma Kshetri Kurukshetri. Gita begins with Dharma. Ramcharitramanas begins with Varna. Bhagavatam begins with the word Janma. Janma, Varna, Dharma. Those three words is a katha by itself. Janma. Who is responsible for us being here? Janma. Making our presence. Birth. Janma. Who came? The Varnas came. है ना, चारों varna, the four varnas, and uske baad birds know they have to feed their young ones early in the morning. No? They fly out from the nest and they go search for food. Birds are chirping. The dogs are performing their duty. The horses are performing the duty. It's only mankind when Monday morning come. Bye. When Monday morning comes, we're the only one who forgets what we have to do, and we're the only one who don't want to do what we have to do. All animals know their duties. This is where the Gita comes in. Janma, Varna, what is your dharma? What is expected of you? The Gita will tell you that. Why you are here, what purpose you are here. And I've said it, and let me say it again. You see the last part of Kishkinda Kand in the Ramayana? Jamavant, when Jamavant turns, Kaheri che so sunau Hanumana, Kachu pasadhi raheu balwana, Pavana tane bal pavana samana, Buddhi viveka, Vigyan nidhana. Aaj to Mangalwar hai na. Veer Hanumana ati balwana. वीर हनुमाना अति बलवाना राम नाम रसिया रे प्रभु मन बसिया रे
राम नाम रसिया रे प्रभु मन बसिया रे.
Hanumanji, Jamant turned to Hanumanji and says, don't you know who you are? Let me tell you who you are. Pavana tane bal pavana samana. What a beautiful scene. Rama kaja lagi taba avatara sunatahi bhayahu parvatakara. What can be better, my children, than to know who you are and what is your purpose in life. The children are changing majors in college, no? At one time they want to major in this subject. If you're confident, you will stay. But then you change to another. Then you change to another. Then you say to mom and dad, can I take a break from school? Because you don't know what you want. Isn't that true? Sometimes that happens. But imagine if you can get to know who you are, aap kaun hai, and what you were born for, the world is yours. This is how Hanumanji could fly to Lanka, because he realizes now, Rama kaja lagita ba avatara sunatahi bhayahu parvatakara. These three books, Janma, Varna, Dharma, the Bhagavatam, the Ramcharitramanas, and the Bhagavad Gita, they are texts, they are manuals to teach us about life. The Bhagavatam commences with a beautiful shloka. Janmadhyasya yato vayadhiratash charteshvabhigya swarat tene brahma hridaya adakaviye mukhyanti yat suryaham tejo vari mrida yatha vinimayo yatra trisargo mrisham dhamna svena sada nirasta kuhakam satyam param dhimahi. Who do we Hindus worship as Bhagwan? Satyam, Satyam param dhimahi janmadhyasya. We meditate upon that personality, that Supreme Lord, from whom this world, my dear ones, came from, the one whom it abides in, who sustains it, and to the one ultimately who destroys it, the spider. When we will read Sunday, you'll hear about the 24 gurus of the Bhagavatam. 24 guru. One of them is a spider. The spider does what? The web comes from within its body. Right? The spider creates the web. The spider will crawl on the web. And then the spider does what? Tears the web. That is Bhagwan. He has created this world. He is sporting in this world. He is maintaining this world. And he will destroy this world. Who is he? Satyam param dhimahi. Today is Purnima, na? And we in the West Indian Samaj, we love to hear this tune. He Satya Narayan Swami Hamare Dukha Haro Mera Par Karo Mera Par Karo. He Satya Narayan Swami Hamare Dukha Haro Par karo, mera par karo. What is the opposite of truth? The opposite of truth are lies. Truth, we gain awards and rewards. We get awarded for speaking the truth. For lies, there are repercussions. Isn't that so? There are consequences for speaking lies. Even if you spoke a lie and you are rewarded, samay ki baat hai, it's only a matter of time, you know, that the lies is revealed. We Hindus worship truth as God and God as truth. That is Satya Narayan Bhagwan. That is Satya Deva. Bhagavat Mahapuran uses a beautiful metaphor to tell us what is the Bhagavatam. Nigamakalpatarura galitam phalam shukamukhadamrita drava samyutam pibata 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 bhagavatam rasamalayam muhuroho rasika bhuvi bhavukaha. The Vedas became a tree. Nigam means, the word nigam means the Vedas. Nigamakalpatarur, not just any type of a tree. a wish-fulfilling tree, Kalpataru Vriksha. And that tree gave us a fruit. And then Shukadeva, with a face like of a parrot, went and pecked on that fruit. And from the lips of Shukadeva, the juices are flowing. And he's telling us, Pibata, Pibata, Pibata Bhagavatam Rasamalayam. He's telling us, my dear ones, to drink, to drink, to drink this nectar. Not through the medium of the mouth, you're drinking through the ears. This is the Bhagavatam. At the beginning, you have Narad Muni visiting Veda Vyasji. It was Narad Muni who inspires Veda Vyasji to write the Bhagavatam. He tells Veda Vyasa that Bhavatanu prayayam yasho bhagavato amalam yenaiva saunatusheta manyeta darshanam khilam yata dharmadhyaschartham muni varyanu kirtitaha na tatha vasudevasya mahimahyanu varnitaha. He meets Veda Vyasa, and Veda Vyasa is not looking his normal self. Normally you see Pandit Jageshwarji, he's ready to greet you with that smile. You know, it's like he take a daily dose of vitamin B or something, right? He's just ready, always, you know, very energetic and all. Very energetic and all, right? So if one day you were to meet him and he doesn't look his normal self, then you know something is wrong. You can recognize when something is wrong. Narad Muni is asking him, is everything okay with your body, Sharira? Is everything okay with your mind? Is anything, something else is bothering you? Vyasji says, I don't know, Narada, but I don't feel complete. I don't feel that I've given my best to the world. I've just written the Mahabharata. I've also written the Bhagavad Gita. It is here Naradji tells him, but you have failed in one thing. Many? You have failed what? You have not sung the glory of Shri Krishna. You have not done his kirtitaha. You have not spoken about him at length, who he is. It is, my dear ones, Narad Muni again, who inspires Veda Vyasa to write the Bhagavad Mahapuran. In this Bhagavad Mahapuran, we are going to meet three great ladies, three great women, great women. Number one is Draupadi. Did I not say to you last night? Yajna, Dan and Tapa. These three can give you your heart's desire. In the Mahabharata, you have the father Draupadi. Draupadi was a good friend of Dronacharya. They were childhood friends. Draupadi, on the other hand, on one hand rather, he inherits a kingdom. He's royalty. But poor Dronacharya, he was stricken with poverty. One day he comes to meet his friend Draupadi, the king. Says, do you remember me? हम लोग बचपन के दोस्त थे. कौन है तू? Who are you? Wealth makes people proud. No? घमंडी हो जाते हैं हम लोग. We become very घमंडी, abhimani. He insults Draupadi and says, unequals cannot be friends. I'm so happy. I'm so elated that the Prime Minister of the UK is a brown-skinned man. I am so happy because there was a time the fair-skinned man, my dear ones, thought himself to be superior than the brown-skinned man. All right? Unequals, we were unequals. Today's Emancipation Day. Today is the day that slavery ended in Guyana. Emancipation Day. Do you think the Africans were treated equally with the British? Of course not. There used to be signs, no dogs or no Indians allowed. No dogs or no Indians allowed. We were equated to dogs, we were equated to Kunti. Look where we are today. Imagine where we were before the invaders came to India. Imagine what Bharat was like, imagine what India was like before the Mughals came and before the British came and ruled for 700 plus years. Damages that has been done for 700 years, my children, it cannot be repaired in 75 years. It cannot be repaired. But slowly, slowly and slowly, the glory of Bharat, the glory of India is being seen. Is being seen. There are places today where women are not allowed to vote. There are places today a lady cannot walk with someone who is unrelated to her. There are places where she cannot hold a driver's license. There are places where she cannot even get an education. She cannot enroll for education. You know that, right? But look at the greatness of Sanatana Dharma and our women. Draupadi. Draupadi says to Dronacharya, we are unequals. And Dronacharya is hurt. Dronacharya is welcomed by the Kauravas and the Pandavas. He becomes their guru. In this instance, the Brahmin became a Kshatriya. In this instance, in the life of Dronacharya, a Brahmin became a Kshatriya. And he taught them warfare. He taught them archery. And then he produced Arjuna. He says to Arjuna, I want Dakshina. There's nothing wrong with the guru demanding Dakshina from his Shishya. And when I say Dakshina, we're not talking about money. Do you get? Sometimes I just demand from my Shishya them, give up this way of life. Give up if they have an obsession over something. Give up that obsession and offer me that as a Dakshina. That's the thing I demand from them. In this instance, Dronacharya says to Arjuna, go and capture Draupadi. Capture him, but don't hurt him. Tie him up and bring him to me. Arjuna goes and ties up Draupadi and brings him back. And Dronacharya says, do you remember I came to you for a meal and you refused me? Do you remember I came and reminded you that we were friends and you said unequal cannot be friends? Well, today your kingdom is mine. But I want to be friend with you. So I will keep half of the kingdom and you take half. Sounds nice, na? Me take half, you take half. Adha mera, adha tumhara. And Draupadi is angry. Draupadi wants vengeance. How can this Brahmin insult him in such? So he performs yagya, children. He performs Putra Kameshti Yagya. In the Ramayana, you have Dashrath Maharaja, Shringi, Rishihi Bashishta Bulawa, Putra Kameshti Shubha Jagya Karawa. Bhagati Sahita Muni Ahuti Dinhi, Pragate Agini. When Agni Deva comes and gives the prasad, the kheer to the queens, Draupadi performs Havan. And he wants 2 children. He wants Agni Deva to bless him with a son who is going to kill Dronacharya. Look at that. See what vengeance is? Mahabharata will teach you, my dear ones, the consequences of vengeance. He wants a son who is going to kill Dronacharya, so he is blessed with Drishyadyumna. It is Drishyadyumna who is going to kill Dronacharya in the battle. And then he wants a daughter. He didn't want 2 sons. There are people who prayed for girl child too, you know. It's not just the son alone. They prayed for daughters also. He wants a daughter because he was so fascinated with Arjuna. He wants Arjuna as his son-in-law. And the only way he can do that if Agni Deva blesses him with a daughter. So guess who comes out of the Havan Kund? Draupadi comes. Draupadi comes. This is the birth of Draupadi. Draupadi, my dear ones, in the battle, her 5 sons are sleeping, fast asleep. And Ashwathama comes and beheads her 5 sons. Imagine a mother losing a child. Imagine parents losing a child. She loses 5, not 1, not 2, not 3, but 5. Just imagine her state of being. Now remember, this is the same Draupadi. When they were expelled from Hastinapur, she did something, girls. You see your hair, you see your long kesh, it's called kesh. Your tresses, you shouldn't cut it. Why Hindu women kept long hair? Is Shakti. Why the acharyas and great yogis would keep long hair. It has tremendous strength in it. When Draupadi was dragged by that hair, and after that horrific scene of the disrobing of Draupadi, when they were leaving, Draupadi says, takes her fingernails, she combs her hair, and she says, she declares, I am not going to plait my hair, I am not going to decorate my hair until I wash it. For 13 years, Draupadi did not decorate her hair. Not until it's washed in the blood of Dusashan. And her husband Bhima, Bhim listens to her sankalpa, and in the battle when Dusashana was killed, Bhim took the blood and gave it to Draupadi. Remember what she is? She is fire. Fire can cook our meals. Fire, my dear ones, can light up our home. And fire can keep us warm, but fire is also destructive. Be good to our mothers, our daughters, and our sisters. You have that Shakti. Draupadi is Durga herself, Devi herself. But you would ask, maybe she wants revenge again. So the Pandavas catches Ashwatthama and bring him. Tell us, O Draupadi, do you want us to behead him also? This is what Draupadi says. Marodidasya janani Gautami pati devata yathamritavasyartha rodisya shrumukhi mahu. No. Draupadi says, spare him. His mother is a descendant of the great Rishi Gautam. Gautami, she is a pativrata nari, she's a good lady. She's a good lady. Sometimes good men and good women of this world, we're shocked to see the children that they produce. But ye sab karm ki khel hai. This is all karm ki khel hai. The play of karma. Draupadi says, let not his mother cry. If you kill him, Arjuna, the way I am crying for my 5 sons, she will have to cry for him. This is why a lady should never be another lady's enemy. Can I repeat that again? A lady should never be another lady's enemy. Your sisters, your women. You bring 4 children to this world. We men folk would never know what that is like. We would never know what is Maki Mamta. We may know what is a paternal affection and what is our responsibility in paying the bills, etc., and maintaining the home, the mortgage, and etc. But we will never know that relationship a child shares with their mother. Look at Lady Draupadi. Draupadi says, no, if you kill him, his mother will cry. And I don't want her to cry the way I'm crying. Now you'll understand why Lord Sri Krishna loved Draupadi. At times she was vengeful. At times she displayed her anger. But look at her daya. Look at her compassion towards a fellow mother, another mother. How can a lascivious lady, my dear, how can Lord Sri Krishna be associated with a lascivious lady? Let me tell you, girls, be very careful when you pray. Don't try it. You know when you go to a Xerox machine, you press print. The paper doesn't come out. You press back print again. The paper doesn't come out. You press print. And you're like, what is wrong with this machine? Then suddenly, it's spitting out papers to you. Be careful what you ask for. Draupadi was praying to Mahadev. When you want to be blessed with a life partner, go to Chalavo sakhi pujiyavo Gauri darbar. Chalavo sakhi pujiyavo Gauri darbar. Bhole darbar. Gauri darbar. Maya darbar. Chalavo sakhi pujiyavo गौरी दरबार चलवो सखे पूजियावो. She was praying to Lord Shiva. Mahadev, Patim Dehi. Oh, he probably didn't hear me. Mahadev, Patim Dehi. Mahadev, Patim Dehi. She said it 5 times. I want a husband. Patim Dehi, Patim Dehi, Patim Dehi, Patim Dehi, Patim Dehi. And this is exactly what she got. She got Yudhishthir, she got Arjuna, she got Bhima, she got Nakula, she got Sahadeva. Only Draupadi can do this. We mortals in the world today can't do this. We don't have the power for this. But Guruji always say, be careful what you wish for. Not everything that we desire will bring us name and fame. Not everything we desire will be healthy and add to our welfare. Be careful. But this is the quality of Draupadi. Is she not admirable? Is Draupadi not admirable, my dear ones? Draupadi. Now let's meet the second lady. And she is the widow of Abhimanyu. You know, there are women in this world, there are children in this world, जिन्होंने कभी अपने पापा का चेहरा नहीं देखा. They've only seen his picture. They've never seen their father in reality. Many of those women whose husbands have been sent to fight war, their husbands don't return. Isn't that true? Many, many young ladies, while in that expecting stage, have lost their husbands. Their children were born into this world and they never know their father. Now, Abhimanyu is a son of Arjuna. He is skilled in the Mahabharata war. Abhimanyu's wife is Uttara. Uttara is in that expecting stage. And they were by the riverside. They were making tarpana, they were doing all the final rites for those who suffered, those who died in the battle. And this Ashwatthama, who had been spared. Sometimes you spare people and they don't learn their lesson. They don't learn their lesson. He was spared. And when Ashwatthama saw Mother Uttara in that expecting stage, he wants to kill the fetus within her womb. When she saw that fiery arrow coming towards her, Bhagwan Shri Krishna says in Gita, Chaturvidham bhajante mam ye jana sukritino arjuna artho jigyasu artharthi jnani cha bharatarshava. When you're in trouble, what do you say? What do you exclaim? Oh God. You remember Bhagwan right away. When we're in trouble, 4 category of people who come to me. Number 1 are those, मैं आया तेरे द्वारे बचा ले भगवान. हाथ जोड़ कर विनती करता मैं बालक नादान, मैं आया तेरे द्वारे बचा ले भगवान. She ran to Shri Krishna, Pahi Pahi Mahayogin, Deva Deva Jagatapate, Nanyam Tvad Bhayam Pashye, Yatra Mrityu Parasparam, Abhidravati Mamisha, Sharastyapaso Vibho, Kamam Dahatumam Natha, Namami Garbho Nipatyatam. She runs to Krishna. She says, Prabhu, I don't care if I die, but Mame Garbho Nipatyatam. Krishna, please save my baby. Save my baby. And of course he has to be saved, because if he was not saved, we would not get the Bhagavad Mahapuran. Lord Shri Krishna, where can he not be? He is present everywhere, है ना? Shiva Shankar Bhole Bhale, भोले भक्तों के रखवाले, तुमको लाखों प्रणाम, तुमको मेरा प्रणाम. शिव शंकर भोले भाले, भोले भक्तों के रखवाले, तुमको लाखों प्रणाम. तुमको तुम जल थल में, तुम अंबर में, तुम हो नगर नगर घर घर में, तुम हो लहर लहर स्वर स्वर में, कहा नहीं तुम हो जग भर में। तुम जल थल में, तुम अंबर में, तुम हो नगर नगर, देश देश, शहर शहर, गांव गांव। Shiva is in every country, in every city, in every village. Ghar ghar mein hai Bholenath. When I say Bholenath, when I say Mahadev, I mean Madhava also. Krishna is everywhere. He is outside in the world and he's inside our world. So where does Krishna appear? He appears in the womb of Mother Uttara. Krishna appears in the womb and does what? Protects the fetus. Protects the fetus. Look at Mother Uttara, the praying lady. See all us children who are here? There was somebody who prayed for our safe delivery, you know. There's so many children who are born in this world with disabilities. So many are born with disabilities. Some of it is natural, but much of it was contributed by the young lady who was carrying them. When she paid no attention to the welfare and the well-being of the fetus, she ate what she should not eat. She drank what she should not drink. Isn't that true? Now, is it nice to see a young lady in that expecting stage in a club? Is it nice to see a young lady in an expecting stage consuming alcohol? Is it nice to see it? Is it anything pleasant to know that a young lady who is expecting is using drugs? Look what damage you're doing to the fetus within. To my brothers and my sister Rishi and Jageshwar and Didi, your mother prayed. Your mother prayed. My mother prayed. All of our mothers prayed. Bhagwan, let my child come into this world safely. Agar mujhe marna hai, if I am to die, oh doctor, let me die, but save my child. Ye hai maa ki mamta. This is brought out beautifully in Mother Uttara. Can I have 5 minutes more, please? I have to bring to you the third lady. Kshama karna. The third lady I have to bring to you. And nobody will name their daughter after her, even though she's a magnanimous character. You rather name your daughter Crystal. I don't know what other K name there are. The name Crystal is nicer, no? But no lady can have better qualities than a lady called Kunti. Kunti. You know, Kunti became a single mother before getting married. You know, you play with fire, you get bored. When those mantras were shared to invoke, you want to invoke Surya, you want to invoke Vayu, you want to invoke Yama, you want to invoke Indra. Let me try it. Let me see if it really works. Right? Sometimes we doubt the power of prayers. And those prayers were meant for a particular reason. Those prayers were meant to bless them with a child. But Kunti does what? Kunti invokes Surya Deva. She invokes Surya Deva and she brings forth Karna. But Likin, I'm an unmarried lady. How can I raise a child on my own? She abandons Karna. That's one of her biggest mistakes she lived with her entire life. When a mother abandons a child. She had to live with that guilt. She lived with that guilt. And then, when Pandu died, both Madri and Kunti became the wives of the great king Pandu. When Pandu died, Madri says to Kunti, I will perform sati. I will go with my husband to the next world because I am responsible for his death. I am responsible for his death. Mother Kunti says, no, you're senior to me. You know what Madri says? Madri says, Kunti, the way I know you will treat my 2 sons, I don't think I will treat your 3 sons. Madri says to Kunti, the way you will love and accept my Nakula and Sahadev, I don't think I will be able to do the same for Yudhishthir, Arjuna and Bhima. This is Kunti. Mother Kunti raises 5 children by herself. 2 of them are her husband's, Madri's children. You know? Mother Kunti. The war is over. Lord Krishna, Bhagwan is ready to go back to Dwarka. She turns to him and she tells him the following. नमस्ये पुरुषं त्वाद्यमीश्वरं प्रकृते परम् अलक्ष्यं सर्वभूतानाम् अन्तर्बहिरवस्थितं कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः नमः पङ्कजनाभाय नमः पङ्कजमालिने नमः पङ्कजनेत्राय नमस्ते पङ्कजाग्रये. She is praising him. She says, oh, you're the one from whose navel the lotus sprouts. You're the one who wears a lotus garland. You're the one whose eyes are like the lotus petals. Krishna, she's calling and she's saying nice things to him. And you know when anybody says a nice thing to you, what's the next thing you say? What really you want? Huh? What really you want? Go back to my Ravi again. This is summer, so I'm not wearing my shawls. Ravi will come and he'll pat my shawl. Guruji, it's nice, you know. Feels nice. It's nice and soft. You know, he'll compliment my clothes. Imagine somebody complimenting the clothes of a pandit. And then I would say, Ravi, what really you want? What do you want? And then, of course, they're my shishya. They're the ones who hold my hand. They're the ones who hold my books. They're the ones who walk with me. They're the ones I converse with at night. And I said, T.K. Ravi, you can have it. But then I was in the hospital. And a young lady came and visited me. And the young lady's wearing a shawl. And I could recognize the shawl. It was my shawl. So I said, Ravi, where is my shawl? Oh, Guruji, start scratching him out. I said, don't worry. Just as how your parents love you, we gurus love our shishyas also. I tease them, I beat them, I feed them, I travel with them. You can ask them. Never underestimate the love of a guru. Never underestimate it. I was leaving India, Panditji, after my studies in 2004. And I wasn't affluent in any way whatsoever. I was a struggling student in India. I went to Banki Bihari to tell him, Chale jayenge Bihari ji, humko bhool na jana. I was going to tell him, Krishna, I'm going back home now. Please don't forget me. Please bring me back. I don't know if I can afford a ticket. 2004 story this. I don't know if I can afford a ticket to come back. But please bring me back. So I arrived in Delhi. A phone call came. One of my fellow shishya of my Guruji, they said, Ammaji asked for you to come to our home to collect something. So I went. It was an envelope. And it had money. It was 50,000 rupees. And I was like shocked. I called Ammaji. I said, Ma, why are you giving me money? She said to me, because I know you'll be leaving and you need to buy nice dhotis. You see when people care for you? When people love you? When my sister Rona would pick me up, she didn't do that for me yesterday. She will have to pay for that. When she picks me up from the airport, my Tim Hortons, my ice cap is seated there waiting for me. When people are kind to you, when people care about you, you should be thankful that you have such people in life. You should be thankful. Mother Kunti, she loved Yudhishthir, Arjuna, Bhima, Nakula and Sahadeva equally, and she raised them and she went through all the difficult times with them. She's praising Sri Krishna. Krishna says, what do you want, Bua? This is Vasudev's sister. Kunti is Vasudev's sister. What do you want? And she says, Vipadaha santunaham shashvatatra tatra jagadguru bhavato darshanam yatsyad punarbhava darshanam. Krishna, the war has ended. Why you want to go to Dwarka? Hamare saath raho na. Live with us na Krishna. Nahi Buaji, mujhe Dwarka wapas jana hai. I have to go to Dwarka. Tell me, what do you want? And she says, may calamities befall us at every step through eternity, hey Jagat Guru. It's only when dukh mein sumiran sabakari. It's only when there's dukh, there is sumiran. When there is dukkha, there is remembrance. There is remembrance. Sukha ke mathe sil pare, naam hari ka jai, balihari va dukha ki pal pal naam ratai. And you know what is the blessing of problems, my children? Let me tell you, people will betray you. People will disappoint you. People will hurt you. This is all in our destiny. This is all we're destined for. But when you remember Bhagwan, He is your support. Your problems will take you closer to Him. And thus, that becomes a blessed problem. Every problem that takes you close to God, it's a blessed problem. Mother Kunti is the one responsible for this. She says, Krishna, make calamities befall us. Make calamities befall us, because when we're in problems, we'll remember you. And when we call on you, you will come. You will come. Look at the faith in these personalities. In Draupadi, in Uttara, in Kunti. 3 magnanimous women of the Bhagavad Mahapuran. Dukh mein sumiran sab kare, sukh mein kare na koi. Jo sukh mein sumiran kare, to dukh kahe ko. Sukh ke mathe sil pare, नाम हरि का जाय, और बलिहारी वा दुख के पल पल नाम रटाए. तो तेरा पल पल बीता जाए, मुख से जप ले नमः शिवाय.
तेरा पल पल बीता जाए, मुख से जप ले नमः शिवाय.
ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम
नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय.
तेरा पल पल बीता जाए, मुख से जप ले नमः शिवाय. तेरा पल पल बीता जाए, मुख से जप ले नमः शिवाय. ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम
नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय.
बम भोले. शिव शिव तुम हृदय से बोलो, मन मंदिर का पर्दा खोलो. शिव शिव तुम हृदय से बोलो, मन मंदिर का पर्दा खोलो. तेरा अवसर खाली न जाए, मुख से जप ले नमः शिवाय. तेरा अवसर खाली न जाए, मुख से जप ले नमः शिवाय. ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम
नमः शिवाय,
ओम नमः शिवाय. मुसाफिरी जब पूरी होगी, चलने लगे की मजबूरी होगी. मुसाफिरी जब पूरी होगी, चलने की मजबूरी होगी. तेरा बिगड़ा प्राण रह जाए, मुख से जप ले नमः शिवाय. मुसाफिरो, when our journey, when our musafiri, when our journey will become difficult, musafiri jab puri hogi, when it's going to come to an end, or chalne ki majburi hogi, and we're going to have difficulty walking, difficulty standing on our feet. How many of us don't have difficulty doing the things that we do? But what is keeping you up? Whether you call him Bhole, or whether you call him Hari, whether you say Madhava or Mahadeva, Tera bigara pran rahe jaye. Even though our lives are like scattered pieces of puzzle, it will all still be there and it will come together. I wish all of you, Bhagwan Shri Krishna, Bhagwan Bhole, choicest blessings. This is our 29th session during Shravan. We have 29 days more to go. Now would have been the conclusion of it all. You know, now would have been, instead of Adhik Mas Purnima, it would have been Purnima for Shravan, and we would have celebrated Raksha Bandhan. But instead, 2 months now for Lord Shiva. 1 month is completed. We have 1 month more to go. Every day, Bhagwan Bhole's puja is done in Guyana. And I think today they had a very festive menu. Because every day we're trying to come up with a new menu, right? Instead of cooking the same thing every day. Imagine 29 times 250. Do the maths quickly. Come on, use your phone, quick. 29 times 250. Umesh? 7,250 meals have been served so far. And guess how many people come together to do this? About 5 women in our temple. And none have been absent since the commencement of this all. To prepare food and to give to anyone walking by the temple. This is the Hindu heart. And I'm so happy when Panditji says, you have Bhole Baba's puja, he will never let you down. He will never ever let you down. 29 days of Shankar Bhagwan's puja. We have 29 days more to go. And in this Shravan, the Sharma Parivar is giving me a Bhagwat Katha. I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful that I get to read Bhagwan's Katha. And to let you know also, this is the 7th Bhagwat for this year. The number 7 is very much associated with Bhagvat Mahapuran. This is my 7th Bhagwat for 2023. So, it's only Anand hi Anand. This is why it had to drizzle right before the Bhagwatam today. It had to drizzle. Blessings come to us. I want to thank all of my friends and supporters for supporting Sri Krishna Mandir. And I hope Monday when I return, Sunday night when I return, there's probably space on the flight. Caribbean Airlines leaving at 11 p.m. We will connect in Trinidad. You can come with me. Free transportation from the airport to Barbies. You'll get free food. I'll give you free food. I'll give you free accommodation. You may have to wash a pot or something at some point. You may want to take the jharu and help us clean. But you're welcome, Ram. Sunday night, let's go to Guyana and spend the rest of Shravan together. It's a real joy. May all of you grow from strength to strength, prosperity to prosperity, joy to joy, and may you experience all that which is good in life. Yatra Yogeshwara Krishno, Yatra Partho Dhanudharaha, Tatra Shir Vijayo Bhutir, Dhruva Nitir, Matir Mama. Bhagavad Kripase, we meet again tomorrow for our 3rd session. Jai Shri Krishna.
Prem Sula Vyas Bhagwan Ki Jai. Let's put our hands together for most learned Vyasji for tonight's Bhagwat Katha. Thank you once again, Vyasji. Thank you so much for delivering such an inspiring Katha from Bhagvat Mahapuran. So many times we have listened to Bhagwat Katha, but yet and yet again, it brings that inspiration. It brings that nectarine flavor. It brings that juice, that rasa of Bhagwat Katha. Thank you once again. May Bhagavan Ganesha Saraswati Ma bless you with that strength and that knowledge and that jnanam to touch the life of all your sevakas, all the devotees of Bhagavan. Once again, devotees, thank you so much for being here with us tonight. The 2nd session of the 7th session of Bhagvat Mahakatha in celebration of our dear mom birth anniversary to our Reverend Pandits, Pandit Yudhishthirji, Pandit Mohanji, once again, Pandit Sharmaji, my dear brother Pandit Avinashji. Thank you so much, Reverend mothers and fathers. Brothers and sisters, thank you so much for being with us. To all our devotees of this temple who have been working tirelessly to hold Sanatan Dharma in the right path, thank you so much for your love, your support. I do not want to keep you much more, but devotees, please join us tomorrow evening once again as we continue this pilgrimage. Puja begins at 5. We have Satsang Kirtan commences. If you want to sing, come earlier. And of course, Vyas will once again picked up from where he left off. Prem Sura Vyas Bhagwan Ki Jai. Lakshmi Narayan Bhagwan Ki Jai. Shiv Shankar Bhagwan Ki Jai. Let us kindly stand for Aarti.
धनी वृंदावन धाम है, धनी वृंदावन नाम, धनी वृंदावन रसिक जे सुमिरत राधे श्याम। आरती कुंज बिहारी की, श्री गिरिधर कृष्ण मुरारी की। आरती कुंज बिहारी की,
श्री गिरिधर कृष्ण मुरारी की।
आरती मदन मुरारी की, श्री गिरिधर कृष्ण मुरारी की।
आरती मदन मुरारी की, श्री गिरिधर कृष्ण मुरारी की।
गले में बैजंती माला, बजावे मुरली मधुर बाला। श्रवण में कुंडल झलकाला, नंद के आनंद नंद लाला। नंद के नंद श्री आनंद कंद, मोहन ब्रज चंद राधिका रमन बिहारी की। श्री गिरिधर कृष्ण मुरारी की। आरती कुंज बिहारी की,
श्री गिरिधर कृष्ण मुरारी की। आरती मदन मुरारी की, श्री गिरिधर कृष्ण मुरारी की।
गगन सम अंग कांति काली, राधिका चमक रही आली। लटन में धारे बनमाली, भ्रमर सी अलक कस्तूरी तिलक। चंद्र सी झलक ललित छवि श्यामा प्यारी की। श्री गिरिधर कृष्ण मुरारी की। आरती कुंज बिहारी की,
श्री गिरिधर कृष्ण मुरारी की। आरती मदन मुरारी की, श्री गिरिधर कृष्ण मुरारी की।
कनकमय मोर मुकुट बिल से, देवता दर्शन को तर से। गगन सो सुमन राशि बरसे, बजे मोर चंग मधुर मृदंग। ग्वालनी संग अतुल रति गोप कुमारी की।
श्री गिरिधर कृष्ण मुरारी की।
आरती कुंज बिहारी की, श्री गिरिधर कृष्ण मुरारी की। आरती मदन मुरारी की,
श्री गिरिधर कृष्ण मुरारी की।
जहाँ से प्रकट भई गंगा, कलुष कलिहारिणी श्री गंगा। स्मरण से होत मोह भंगा, बसी शिव शीश जटा के बीच। हरे अघ खींच चरण छवि श्री बनवारी के।
श्री गिरिधर कृष्ण मुरारी की।
आरती कुंज बिहारी की,
श्री गिरिधर कृष्ण मुरारी की।
आरती मदन मुरारी की। श्री गिरिधर कृष्ण मुरारी की। श्री गिरिधर कृष्ण मुरारी की। श्री गिरिधर कृष्ण मुरारी। भोले की जय जय शिव जी की जय जय भोले की जय जय
शिव जी की जय जय
पार्वती पति शिव जी की जय जय पार्वती पति शिव जी की जय जय भोले की जय जय शिव जी की जय जय
भोले की जय जय शिव जी की जय जय
पार्वती पति शिव जी की जय जय पार्वती पति शिव जी की जय जय भोले की जय जय शिव जी की जय जय भोले की जय जय शिव जी की जय जय मुकुंद माधव गोविंद बोल केशव माधव हरे हरे बोल
मुकुंद माधव गोविंद बोल केशव माधव हरि हरि बोल
हरि हरि बोल हरि हरि बोल हरि हरि बोल हरि हरि बोल हरि हरि बोल हरि हरि बोल हरि हरि बोल हरि हरि बोल केशव माधव हरि हरि बोल
केशव माधव हरि हरि बोल
राधे केशव माधव हरि हरि बोल
केशव
माधव हरि हरि बोल त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव वसुदेव सुतं देवं
कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरु
मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम् असतो मा सद्गमयं तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्युर्मामृतं गमय सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामय सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् करचरणकृतं वा ककायजं कर्मजं वा श्रवणनयनजं वा मानसं वा पराधं विहितम् अविहितं वा सर्वमेतत्क्षमस्व जय जय करुणाब्धे श्री महादेव शंभो कालहर कष्टहर दुःखहर दारिद्र्यहर रोगाहर नमः पार्वती पतये हर हर महादेव हर शंभो गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वर गुरुर साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः प्रेम सो श्री लक्ष्मी नारायण भगवान की वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की शंकर भगवान की सनातन धर्म की सनातन धर्म की सनातन धर्म की सब संतन की जय जय सीताराम. Please remain seated to receive Aarti. Prasadam and Bhojan is prepared for everyone to please partake of what the Sharma Parivar Panditjis have prepared for us tonight, and please join with us again tomorrow evening. I want to thank our supporters. I want to thank everyone for their generous support and blessings towards Shravan Mahapuja 2023. If you wish to sponsor a meal, contribute for flowers or puja, please just send me a message and we'll happily accommodate you. It will all conclude on the 30th of August when we'll celebrate Raksha Bandhan and we'll celebrate Shravan Purnima. Wishing you all the best. Jai Shri Krishna. Till we meet tomorrow. Radhe Radhe.